Edward Spielers, a British actor of 19, plays Eragon in the movie. So, this 19-year-old boy portrays a 15-year-old, and I would have to say he does it pretty well. Yeah, he looks fairly 15. Eragon in the book is described as having dark eyebrows and brown eyes, which they managed to capture even though he has blonde hair. So, Eragon is also described as being of average build and average muscle, since he's just a normal human. And you can't really see it in this shot, but he's of average build and average muscle. So I believe the producer did a fairly well job in deciding on Edward here to play Eragon. The rest of the movie, that's another story. Christopher Paolini plays Roran in the movie Eragon. Roran is a 17-year-old boy with a muscular, sturdy body, and also the blonde hair, which appears to be characteristic of Eragon's family, except his uncle, who has graying hair. Christopher Paolini has the broad shoulders and the muscular-looking body features, which makes me feel like producers once again did a good job in casting. Garrett Hedlund plays Murtagh in the movie. Murtagh is described as having a serious face, fierce eyes, and being a few years older than Eragon. This Garrett here, he does, as you can see, have a serious face with furious eyes. I completely believe that. He does look like a real tough guy right here. And as you see is his sword there, which in the book is described as a hand-and-a-half sword, which I don't really think that is. Okay. But I guess it could be. Maybe. But other than that, he's portrayed very well. So far the director has made really good choices in his actors. Jeremy Irons is casted to play Brom, the elderly man from Eragon's hometown. Brom is at first believed to be the storyteller, you know, the old guy who just tells all the stories of the olden days when everything was happy before the evil king took over. But turns out Brom is actually a dragon rider, but his dragon was murdered by the evil king, and so now it's been Brom's life to train the next dragon rider to prepare him to overthrow the king. There are a few discrepancies in this character, because Brom is described as an elderly-looking man, and Jeremy here really doesn't look too elderly. I mean, he's got the facial hair and all his hair still on his head. I just feel like he doesn't really exude an older man look to him. But other than that, he was fairly good there.
Something I have to do before I go. Katrina.
We're leaving together, Eragon.
I'm sorry. We couldn't tell anyone. If Sloane found out, he'd never let her go.
It was the only way.
We'll send for you when we've settled. Be strong, brother. And work on that aim. You may make a hunter someday.
Roran, my father. Goodbye, Eragon.
Right, in this scene we see Eragon and his cousin coming towards it. This is Katrina, letting you know. And right there we saw Eragon appear to be interested in her, and now he's not too thrilled. And if you recall, this is Katrina letting Eragon know that they are leaving together from their hometown, which never happens in the book. The reason his cousin Roran leaves is because he gets a job at a milling farm in a neighboring town. The book does tell us that The book does tell us that the two are in love, and at some point they will come together and all, but not until Raran makes a name for himself. So all in all, the movie Eragon wasn't all that good. It's not an accurate description or detailed from like the book. I really don't think it should have been called Eragon. It should have been a movie about a boy who raises a dragon based loosely on the book Eragon. The only thing the two really had in common were the characters and the basic underlying story plot. For example, Braum, who is Eragon's, I guess you could say, teacher, in the book, he is killed from a wound by the evil king's henchmen, which are called the Razak. There's these really ugly creatures who are described as having bird-like faces. In the movie, they're like skull faces with bugs crawling all over them. So, yeah. But in the movie, Braum is killed by the Shade when he tries to protect Eragon. Which, when Eragon first meets the Shade, Braum is long gone, dead. Which, like, it helps that Eragon gets more, like, first-hand combat experience. In the movie's case, Braum was there to help him. But then Braum dies, and it's all sad. But, I believe Christopher did a really good job with the book, and his other novels that he done are bound to be great also. But I really think that he should be extremely offended by this movie. But, yep, that's my project. I hope you guys enjoyed. Miss Davison, please give me an A. Alright, see you later.